and Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now listen, you already know time and energy is the highest forms of currency. Time and energy are the highest forms of currency at all times, my G. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, getting to that moolah, but always keep in front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy, the highest forms of currency at all time. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's tapped into the channel. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, everybody that's beating the algorithm, making their way to Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. Big salute to all my new investors. Now listen, you see the thumbnail. You see the thumbnail, and I'm sure you see the title. Did Stone take the cheese? Did Taxstone tell Diddy rat? Now listen, right now as we speak, you got Zip with the drip. He live, you know what I'm saying? Full room, preaching, talking that BS to the subscribers, preaching that poison, preaching that BS to the youngsters. And you know what? You already know. I'm in Texas right now, crossing state lines at all times, but I had to stop my truck and I had to tap in and I had to bring this realness to the people. Now listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it because you already know how we do over here at Grown Man Business TV. We not sugarcoat none of the information. Yes, Taxstone is definitely Stone. I'm going to say it again for you, homie. Taxstone is Stone is Taxstone. Those are two and the same people. You understand what I'm saying? Both of those are the same persons. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. And it's disgusting work. It's nasty work to hear a dude like Zippy with the drippy go out and try to make excuses for Stone. Try to make excuses for Taxstone, aka Stone. See, one thing for sure, two things for certain. That street mentality, it been dead a long time ago. It been out the window a long time ago. But you got jailhouse dudes that did 20 to 30 years that's just coming home and they still pushing that hooligan talk. They still trying to convince you that the street life is some type of morals, is some type of codes, is some type of, code or ethic to it. But real grown men standing on grown man business is here to let you know and show you the demonstration and show you the example that street shit is all BS, homie. And I'm trying to hold my composure for the first 2 to 3 to 4 minutes. But I thought it was nasty work. Now, let's break down this situation. We all know what happened with Taxstone and Troy Ave. We all saw what happened in Irving Plaza. Things went left. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody lost their life. And it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, after everybody left the building, after everybody was gone and Troy Ave was arrested and they found all of the guns and all of the X, Y, and Z, right, in that vehicle parked outside, Troy Ave has said nothing. Don't let Zip with the drip fool you. They call him the great explainer, but he is the great manipulator as well. He is the great manipulator as well. Yeah. Troy got locked up, in due time. Stone got locked up and nobody said nothing. You got to understand something. Troy Ave got money, so his lawyer was probably telling him, yo, say this, do that, X, Y, and Z. Troy Ave was playing by the street rules. But guess what Stone did? Now, this is where it gets deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. This is where the confusion come in at. Stone had his lawyers send a letter to the judge. And in this letter, Taxstone told the judge, listen to me. Troy Ave and Banger, they have open cases. Troy Ave and Banger, they have cases that they just were involved in. You understand what I'm saying? And if you check into those cases, if you look at those cases, then you can see that when you insinuate and when when you put that case next to this case, you can see who probably had the gun. You can see who probably was the wrongdoer because, Banger was doing this, that, and the third, and Troy Ave, he was doing this, that, and the third. See, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Troy Ave thought Stone thought that he was smart. Stone thought that he was gonna tell, but he was gonna straddle the fence, and he didn't know that it was gonna be big dogs like myself able to read right through the smoke and mirrors. Stone ratted when he sent that letter to the judge. When he sent that letter to the judge, he didn't necessarily say they did it. But what he told the judge was, Look at their prior cases that y'all already convicted them for, and then, look at this case. And if you do that, Judge, you'll be able to see that I deserve a bail and they don't. He tried to get the judge to check their character in their past cases. Now, you got Zip with the drip saying, well, he said this and they already, well, why are you repeating what the PD already know? See, you got to be able to ask these hooligans and these jail dudes specific questions. If they already knew what Troy Ave did, if the police and the judge already knew what Banger was into, why did Taxstone feel the need to repeat that in that letter? When did it ever become cool and accepted for hooligans and shooters and thugs and gangsters to start repeating what the police is saying? To start writing letters to the judge comparing your situation to my situation. It ain't that's ratting, homie. And I thought it was nasty work. I ain't gonna lie. Salute to Just Talk Real Talk. I rock with Just Talk Real Talk. You know what I mean? He be in the chat. I see him in these YouTube streets. But homie, stand your ground, man. We all know Rat Stone ratted. We all know Taxstone is a rat. But when you get in there with Zip with the drip and you trying and he press your point, he press your issue, you understand what I'm saying? You want to double back on what you said. I can't really respect that. Just talk real talk. I'm talking to you, homie. I can't really respect that. See, it's a reason why you have not been blocked from Lil Zippy with the Drippy's channel. And dudes like me, Grown Man Business TV, he won't let us up on the, he don't want us to be involved. Because we gonna press the issue. Bro, when you get into a case and y'all get locked up, it's nowhere in the gangster, in the street code where you can write a letter to the judge trying to compare your situation to my situation on why you didn't get a bond and I got a bond. That's ratting, homie. I'm not even gonna put the low key on it. When you write a letter to the judge and you say, Judge, listen to me. Listen to me. Look at Grown Man Business TV. Look at the past cases that he's had. Look at the open cases that he's got. He's out on bond right now. So you already know who had the gun. You already can tell. And when you look at that case and you compare it to this case, you already know. That's what he did, homie. That's what he did when he tried to get bond. Let me tell you, now let's go to another angle. Let me tell you and Zippy with the Drippy why Rat Stone didn't get a bond and why Troy Ave got a bond. Troy Ave didn't go to jail and tell them what happened in that room. Troy Ave didn't go in there and write a letter to the judge. Troy Ave went to jail. He got a lawyer. He got a good lawyer. And his lawyer got him a bond. That's what Troy Ave did. He did it the real way. He did it the street way. He kept it gangster. But Taxstone, see, he's a predicate felon. Taxstone got priors. Taxstone got violent offenses. Taxstone got all these different situations to where the judge is looking at those situations and saying, we can't give you no bail, Taxstone. We can't give you no bail until we figure out if the gun was in your hand or the gun was not in your hand. And what happened? See, it's deeper than rap. The gun wasn't only in Taxstone's hand, but you know what? The bullets was in his hand as well because his DNA was on the gun and his DNA was on the bullets. Now you absolutely don't get no bail. And let's go a step further what make Rat Stone a rat. Let's go a step further on the situations that make Rat Stone the rat that he is. Rat Stone brought that gun out there in South Carolina. Just like most of you New Yorkers, y'all come down south where we at. You know, these open carry states. You know what I'm saying? Where we can bear arms, where we can stand our ground. And Taxstone bought a gun out there in South Carolina. Now follow me on this. Now follow me on this. When they figured out that it was Troy Ave DNA on the gun, it was Rat Stone DNA on the gun, and then there was somebody else's DNA on the gun that they had not identified yet. Guess what Rat Stone did? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess, my G. Rat Stone told the police, I bought that gun in South Carolina from this individual. And guess what Guess what the police and the feds did? They went down to South Carolina and they questioned that individual. It's a gun involved in a murder up there in New York City. Rat Stone told us that you sold him the gun. What do you got to say about that? That's snitching number 2, homie. That's the second time that Rat Stone done implicated somebody in the situation, done pointed fingers, wrote letters, gave a statement. And then you got dudes like Zip with the drip trying to save this rat. Trying to save this dude, this snitch. See, it was all good just a week ago. It was all good just a week ago. But when your man is a rat, you got to stand on that too, homie. When your man is a rat, you got to stand on that too. You don't get to call 1090 Jake a rat. You don't get to call Bimmy a rat. You don't get to call all these different dudes a rat. And then when your man Taxstone turns out to be a rat, you act like you don't know what's going on and you reading the paper and you trying to convince everybody in your chat that Taxstone is not a rat. Well, I'm here to tell you, Grown Man Business TV. Yeah, I know I'm crossing state lines at all times. I'm crossing state lines at all times, but understand something. At one Yo, can y'all hear me in there? Let me know y'all can hear me. Let me know y'all can hear me. Yeah, we back at it. I had to go out and come back in. But listen, like I said, right? You can't call everybody a rat and then when it's time to your homie rat, now you don't want to stand on that. So back in the day, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, before I was a grown man on my grown man business, homie, I was a jack boy. I was knee deep in the streets. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, I'm known out there in East New York for having them hammers. And I can only imagine, it would be disgusting work if I sold somebody one of those hammers. They went out there and committed a crime and then told the police that I sold them the hammer, and now the police is questioning me about the situation. Yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. Make sure y'all tap that screen twice, homie. Tap that screen twice and hit that like button. Nah, we ain't at no pilot, but you already know how we do with this trucker. We out here just trucking. Zip should be ashamed of itself. And why am I speaking on this? Because I got to, homie. As a grown man on grown man business at all times, standing on grown man business at all times, my G. When I see miseducation to the youth, when I see that poison being put out there, I gotta correct that, man. I gotta correct that. To all the youngsters out there, that's playing in the streets, for all the youngsters out there, Norfolk, Virginia, you see the hat, homie. For all the youngsters out there that's playing in the streets, that's drilling, that's gangsters, that's shooting, that's sliding. When you get caught and you get jammed up, homie, shh, don't say nothing. Shh, don't say a word. Shh, don't make no statements, homie. Don't write no letter to the judge. Don't make no statements. Don't tell who you bought the gun from. Don't do none of that. That absolutely makes you a rat. Somebody asked Zip with the drip, why did Taxstone tell the police and the feds who he bought the gun from in South Carolina? Why did he do that? And listen, if you don't get no bail, don't start talking about everybody else's situation. If you don't get no bail, you ask your judge why you didn't get a bail. You ask your lawyer to try to get you a bail. But don't start talking about my past cases, my open cases, what I'm on bail for, what I'm not on bail for. Don't start comparing your shit to mine, homie. That's ratting. That you are an absolute rat when you do that. And again, I gotta say this, just talk, real talk. Highly disappointed in you, homie. Highly disappointed in you, homie. You know what the real is. Stand on business, man. Don't let Zippy with the drippy, coerce what you trying to say and manipulate the words that you putting out there, homie. That nigga ratted, homie. He ratted. He told. Again, this the part Zip always want to leave out. When Troy Ave went to jail, he didn't say nothing. When Taxstone went to jail, he didn't say nothing. Nobody knew what was going on. Troy Ave got a lawyer. His lawyer got him a bond. And then, sooner or later, his lawyer reached out to him and said, yo, the dude Rat Stone wrote a letter to the judge incriminating y'all. Talking about your open cases, talking about your past convictions, talking about X, Y, and Z. You know, the way you moving through New York, the things you and your homie Banger was doing out here in New York City. He wrote a letter to the judge and he was telling the judge all this shit. You gotta do something. You gotta do something, homie. Now you don't have no choice. Now the street rules is out the door. Salute to Troy Ave for standing on business. I'm going to talk more about it too, David L., when I get back to the big house. But I ain't going to lie. I'm on the road. I'm crossing state lines at all time. I'm combing through YouTube. I see Lil Zippy with the drippy is live. I tap in, and I'm like, damn, that's nasty work. What he doing? So Bimmy a rat. Hassan a rat. All these dudes is rats, but Taxstone ain't no rat for writing a letter to the judge. And then he gon' he gon' read the letter. Yeah, nigga, he wrote the letter. He told the judge, yo, these dudes got convicted for this. These dudes been convicted for that. These dudes is out on bail. Basically saying, listen, man, if you look at those cases and you compare them to this case, you'll be able to see exactly who had the gun, exactly who was the aggressor in this situation, homie. That's telling, B. You don't never. When did gangsters start making statements? When did gangsters start writing letters to the judge and the shit is okay? 190 people in the live chat, Zippy. You know why? Because they want to hear the real shit. Just talk real talk. Stand on business next time, man. That shit nasty work. And you got the kids running around talking about let's get to that. But you saving and harboring a rat. Let's get to that. Let's get to that part, Zippy. Let's get to that part, Lil Zippy. You harboring a rat. Yeah, we already know they doing time. We already know he doing time. We already know, Troy Ave is doing time. But now this is where it gets deeper than rap. This is where it gets deeper because they doing time. But now you got the youngsters watching. You got the kids watching. You got the shooters watching. You got the gangsters watching. And now the gangsters feel like, oh, I could write a letter to the judge trying to get a bond. I could write a letter to the judge explaining your old cases, your open cases, the reason why you got an ankle monitor on, the things that you did in New York City, the crimes you committed. I could talk about that to the judge so that I could get a bond. Nah, homie. That ain't how that shit work. When you go to jail, you shut your mouth up. You get a lawyer. And then you get a bond. And if you don't get a bond, then you fight the case from in jail. But you don't get to talking like that, man. Yeah, the game done changed, and you got these fake ass hooligans, these jail niggas. And see, the thing is this, man, ain't nothing wrong with a nigga getting out of jail, you know, changing his life. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you out, don't tread the fence, homie. Don't straddle the fence. If Bimmy is a rat, huh? If 1090 Jake is a rat, then yeah, Taxstone is a rat. The difference between me and Lil Drakey, me and Lil Zippy with the drippy, is that I ain't scared of Taxstone. I ain't scared of none of these. Nah, homie. We gonna call it like it is. Yeah, we gonna call it like it is. 202 people in the live chat. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, homie. Tap the fuck in. You in the right place. You in the realest channel on YouTube. Just talk real talk. Stand on business next time. Yeah, he a shooter, but he a rat too. It's a lot of rats that'll shoot you. It's a lot of rats that'll beat you up. It's a lot of rats that'll shoot you, homie. So just cause you a shooter don't mean you not a rat. Yeah. I'm like New Mexico, Texas. You feel me? So it's broad daylight out here right now. You see where we at. Beautiful question. Yeah, yeah. When you in the streets, you know what come with this shit. And let me just give y'all some game on that. You know, before I became Grown Man Business TV, before I understood about, you know, property, before I understood I was just like everybody else, a young black man running around in the streets trying to figure this shit out. And, you know, I never sold crack. I never sold a crack rock in my life. I never sold a line of coke in my life. I was more like with the guns and shit. I liked the weapons. You understand what I'm saying? So when you talk about shooting, when you talk about robbing, that's why I'm gonna do another whole live stream on the China Brim situation. But I want to talk more about this Taxstone situation because it's nasty work. It's nasty work, homie. I've never known a shooter to write a letter to the judge. I've never known a shooter to write a letter to the judge comparing my situation and your situation, trying to get a bond, homie. First thing you do is you get a lawyer. First thing you do is you get a lawyer, homie. You don't write and if your lawyer tries to write a letter to the judge, you tell your lawyer, we ain't having that. We not having that. Soon as you, cause this is what you gotta understand as well. The judge, your lawyer is gonna write that letter, and then you gotta confirm it. You gotta stamp it. You gotta put your sign of approval on that letter for that letter to go to the judge. Your lawyer don't just get to send letters to the judge without you saying yeah, without your stamp of approval. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I mean? That's just how the game go. So Taxstone lawyer wrote this letter out. And then after he wrote the letter out, he showed it to Taxstone. Listen, homie, this is what I'm gonna give to the judge. And Taxstone said, do it. He said, do it. Yeah, full-blown rat, full-blown snitch, full-blown rat. Wear the jacket, wear it proud, my G. You told. And see, that's what made Troy Ave talk about what happened in that room. Before that letter went to the judge, Troy Ave had said nothing. Nobody in that room had spoke about what happened in that room until Taxstone wrote that letter, talking about different things that was taking place in New York City, talking about different crimes that had been committed, talking about different open cases and different closed cases. After he did that, then, and only then, did Troy Ave say, okay, now we got to play dirty. Now we got to throw the street rules out, and we got to go for what we know at this. And then when they checked the gun, Not only was his DNA on the trigger, his DNA was on the bullets and the shells inside the gun. Taxstone loaded the damn gun up barehanded. That's how retarded he was. Now you got dudes talking about, oh, he ain't he took the cheese as soon as he sent that letter to the judge. Name one shooter that ever wrote a letter to the judge. T.I.'s a rat. We already know that. T.I. and Taxstone's are brothers. Taxstone, T.I. Fuck is wrong with you dudes, man? Crazy. Out of pocket, man. Absolutely nasty work. When you ever heard a shooter writing a letter to the judge talking about the code, talking about the people that he's going to war with in the courtroom, talking about they open cases, talking about they closed cases, talking about crimes they committed. So, and then telling on dead people. Listen, man, telling is telling. I know y'all want to make reasons the way you could tell. I know you want to say, listen, if dude is dead, then we could tell on the dead. Well, listen, you still told. If the dude is dead or not, you still told. I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. What I'm saying is, as soon as you told on a dead man, you told. Telling is telling. And then the nasty part about it is you got dudes like Zip with the drip that claim to be hooligans, that claim to be the rawest form of the streets, that claim to still have that in them. But then as soon as they homie tell, now they want to make all these excuses on why he was, nah, homie, Taxstone is now Ratstone. It ain't tax season, it's rat season. Fuck out of here, man. Crazy. Crazy. 178 people in the live chat on the humble. 202 people in the live chat on the humble. Hey, listen, man. Tap that screen twice. Tap that screen twice. We should have at least 50 likes in the building. Easy. Tap the screen twice. Boop, boop. Hit that like button. The Realest channel on YouTube. You know exactly who I am, nigga. Ask me no silly questions like that. It ain't tax season, it's rat season. Lil Zippy, you easily harboring a rat, homie. You harboring a rat. You harboring a rat. Ratstone, Taxstone. That's your homie, right? Well, guess what? He wrote a letter to the judge. He wrote a letter to the judge explaining other cases that was going on in New York City. He wrote a letter to the judge, homie, and still didn't get a bond. Because you got to know something. A lot of the times when you dudes rat, you still don't get out of jail. A lot of the times when you dudes start talking and telling and ratting, you still don't get out of jail, homie. Yeah. If Zip did a lot of time, he should know better. He should know better than to harbor a rat. He should know better than to make excuses for a rat. Did he take the cheese? Yeah. He took the cheese. Taxstone took the cheese, homie. R.I.P. the banger, man, who lost his life to a sucker. Lost his life to a whole sucker. And you know, Taxstone was so scared to throw hands. He was so scared to get out there and fight Banger that he threw his whole life away. And he ratted. Listen, Ratstone was so scared to fight Banger that he threw his whole life away and he ratted. All you gotta do is keep your mouth closed when you get, listen, you're not going home. When them people come and get you, you're not going home. Keep your mouth closed and get a lawyer. And tell your lawyer we ain't making no statements. We ain't talking to the judge. We not talking to nobody. Let them do their job, homie. So what Taxstone did was he tried to connect the dots by talking about open cases. He tried to connect the dots by talking about open cases, by telling the judge and reminding the judge about open cases that they already know about. Why is you repeating police business? If they already know about it, they don't need you to tell them about it. If they already know about it, they don't need you to repeat it in the letter, homie. Crazy, man. Nasty work, B. Absolutely nasty work. We 30 minutes in. I ain't staying long. Listen, Kevin, make sure you, listen, homie. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You said, why am I sounding mad? I don't ever want you to confuse my passion with anger. Don't ever confuse my passion with aggression. I'm happy, homie. It's a beautiful day outside. Beautiful. But when I gotta address this type of stuff, I get that energy. It's passion in this. Because it's always a youngster watching Grown Man Business TV. And if it's a youngster watching Grown Man Business TV, then it's a youngster watching Zip with the Drip. And somebody got to counteract the bullshit. Somebody got to counter the poison. 1 minute you talking about Bimmy a rat. Next minute you saying Benzino a rat. Next minute you saying 1090 Jake a rat. But when we obviously see your homeboy, one of your best mans, writing a letter to the judge talking about open cases, talking about convictions, you wanna make excuses. Nah, this is grown man timing at all timing. We not gonna let you make excuses because grown men don't make excuses. Is what it is and it'll be what it's gonna be. 141 people in the live chat. Make sure y'all sub to the channel. I got work to do, baby. I got money to make. Happy 4th of July weekend to everybody. Oh shit. Happy 4th of July weekend to everybody out there. Just know, man, we getting to this paper regardless if it's 4th of July weekend or not. We gonna get this money. Feel what I'm saying? You know what time it is, man? It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Hey, Lil Zippy with the drippy. Rat Stone is a rat, homie. Let's meet up. I'll tell you to your face. Rat Stone is a rat. It ain't tax season. It's rat season. Anytime it come to Rat Stone, it's rat season. Hey, just talk real talk. Stand on business, homie. Stop going up in these chats. Stop going up in these live streams and letting these dudes switch up what you thinking. Letting these dudes switch up what you saying, homie. Because you called him a rat at first, and then you double back and say he didn't rat. He did this, or he ratted. Hey, just talk real talk. Taxstone is a rat. Taxstone is a rat, homie. Fuck you mean writing letters to the judge? When you ever seen a gangster write a letter to the judge? Gangsters don't write letters to the judge, nigga. Got these dog fur having people looking at me like I'm crazy because they ain't used to the energy. They dog fur starting to stand up. Yeah, we outside, baby. Shit don't stop. Yeah, I'ma talk to you. I'ma talk to you. Yeah, I'ma talk to you. Hey, just talk real talk. Stand on business next time, homie. Shooters don't write letters to the judge, B. Fuck you mean? That's the first time in gangsterism history that a shooter wrote a letter to the judge talking about open cases and talking about closed cases and come on, homie, for a bail? You wrote a letter to the judge talking about open cases and closed cases because you was trying to get a bail? Fuck out of here, nigga. Hey, listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? Tap in to tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Ooh, it got hot in this thing. I had to take my little break. Gang.